so we have a lot of work we need to get done today. Because this part's going to be pretty busy. First things first. I don't want to go into New Island without the best night class.
Okay.
Also because I bought stuff for the students. Ani Ranger, We just happen to have 2 more sky pieces, and I want to have all those done by now. So let's go ahead and fight the ultimate Ani.
Omega phone. I am the alpha in the Omega phone.
The Omega Ani. This one's pretty simple. The reason I've saved it for so long is just that the fight can be a real pain in the ass if you're not strong.
That's fair.
Because we are fighting the ultimate Ani. Also, there's a spaceship part here. Not part, but just a spaceship.
Just a, yeah. Well, it is a spaceship part. It's all the parts in one spot. Attached
All together.
to each other.
This is the easiest game of Pikmin ever.
Imagine if Olimar walked 5 steps and his whole spaceship was just sitting there.
I mean, technically.
True.
Oh, now it's no fun anymore. Thanks, you can have your cat back.
Cat!
Time for Lynn's favorite animal.
Cat! Cat!
She just does this every time she sees a cat.
Cat!
Every time.
Cat!
It never fails.
Also, why is there an evil devil goat?
It's the evil sheep. The bad sheep. I think it's its actual fucking name.
Also, what's up with the runes?
Still have no idea.
Were those there
Anyway,
before? I don't remember
yes.
seeing those.
It was hard to see because it was dark. Anyway, you can probably guess what this is.
It's another hole where a bunch of Oni will pop out and get annihilated.
But there might be a special Ani in here.
Oh boy. It's the asshole Ani. It's just got a butt for a face, like that one enemy in Super Paper Mario.
When you joke, but I suppose you could say that about her.
Great. I hate myself. Have you ever... I keep forgetting. Did you play through Super Paper Mario? Or...
Of course.
Okay, good.
That was the game I got a Wii for.
I mean, valid. Valid as fuck.
Cause I remember renting a Wii from Family Video and also renting Brawl. And seeing Fractal as a trophy like Super Paper Mario. There's another Paper Mario!
Holy shit!
Because this is back in that, for all those young viewers who are watching this is back in that bygone era when when the internet wasn't commonplace.
Yeah.
You learned about things through TV.
Magazines.
And luck.
I remember I wanted to play N+, because I loved the Flash game N as a kid, as you probably know. The one, ninja platforming game. And I wanted to play N+, but all I had was a Wii, and I wasn't going to buy an Xbox 360 just to get access to Xbox Live Arcade just for N+. Like, that, even back then as a kid, that was ridiculous. So I remember every time we went to a place like the local Hastings. God, remember Hastings?
Oh god,
Rip.
I remember Hastings.
I would ask them if their Xbox had set up like N+ or something, because I knew it had a free demo and I was desperate. Or I would just watch videos of people playing it, because I couldn't play it. That's why I freaked out when I saw N++ on Steam a few years ago.
So this is the mother of all Ani.
Yeah, I noticed. Why is she so dummy thick? Why is she fat?
Because her only power is giving birth. And doing that.
I see.
This is why I said you could argue she has an asshole
Wait, what the
for a face.
fuck? Why is she jumping back? That's not how physics works.
She also seems to have the power of nothing personnel.
Yeah, I noticed. Like, what the fuck was that?
Anywho, she's kind of a messy fight. The best way is just overwhelm her.
She's one of those bosses that occasionally throws off minions that you have to deal with at the same time, isn't it?
I believe she can.
Well, I think that's what she's doing, because I keep
Yeah,
seeing more
she
of the time.
constantly spawns more Anis.
I always hated that type of
Oh
boss
yeah, no,
kind
they're
of
always
design
rough.
archetype. Especially on games where you're like have a time limit.
Especially in JRPGs.
Ugh.
Dragon Quest loves to do that old trick. Also, we got, I believe, the best bow in the game.
Got bow.
But that's all it's going to show up in this hole, so just go ahead and dunk everyone else in. The Omega Phone.
This is a public service announcement from the National Emergency System, and courtesy of the National Weather Service. A tornado warning has been declared in your area.
It never ends. There's always
We
a
got a
tornado
tornado.
warning.
Tornado siren.
Just Kansas.
Just Kansas things. Hashtag just Kansas things.
I still believe this town's got, like, some sort of curse going on, because, like, we should have been annihilated
Yeah.
by the Joplin
No,
tornado.
I mean, Joplin certainly does not have that kind of protection.
Yeah, no, like, the Joplin tornado was going for us, and then just decided,
Yeah, no, it swerved to the south. I remember that day. Like, basically, since anybody who's watching this, assuming they haven't grown up in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and/or Joplin, Missouri, would have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. I mean, they know what the tornado is because it was big international news. But back in 2011, when that tornado hit, me and Harley would have both been in Pittsburgh, but I remember watching it that day and, like, tracking longest hair location?
Well, remember who the boss of this area was?
Ah, so all of his beard hair
Yeah,
is
his
falling
beard
off?
hair's fallen off. You can see it
Nice.
around the mountain, but that sign's fallen
Yeah.
over, it seems.
Nice. But, basically the same storm cell that basically produced that tornado, it already had a tornado on the ground, when it was passing by Pittsburgh, and its initial trajectory would have gone straight through it, but it ended up swerving to the south and going, you can see it on Google Maps. But yeah, and then eventually made its way, unfortunately, over to Joplin. But
This
that's why.
town's
That tends to
small
happen.
enough that with, like, the Joplin got almost annihilated by it, right?
Right.
This town is small enough that we would have literally gotten picked up and carried
Oh
away.
no, yeah, no, 100%. I saw the damage myself.
There would have been
Because
nothing
it took
left.
quite a few years before, you know, everything got rebuilt. And it was pretty gradual. But like that area, like I saw it within like 9 months of the tornado.
God
That
damn
whole
it.
area. Wow, you just keep getting the worst version of death, huh? You're just like, fuck this, I'm out.
I just want to fight the fucking Grim Reaper.
Fair enough.
He was my favorite character in Billy and Mandy.
I mean, that's valid. His voice actor is god tier.
So remember those
I love
mushroom
this.
people we made go extinct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it turns out they had a last haven of sorts. Let's fix that.
Harlan, is genocide okay?
Uh,
Are we the bad guys?
Also, this isn't just mushroom people. This is the bosses.
Oh.
That's Mush Elder back there, and that was a Mush Bro we just annihilated. They have less HP, thankfully, but
I see.
this isn't going to be as easy as you'd think. Dun, 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 dun. The
I was
song's still
listening to a
so
bit of this
fucking good.
game's soundtrack last night. Like, the songs I recognized. And, yeah, the soundtrack is amazing.
Like, this song it only plays here, so it doesn't play for very long, but I love it so fucking much. You know? Like, it is just such a strong aesthetic. Like what you said when we were going through here. Oh, first things first, art. Number 59.
Art.
Para Uma by Anthony M. Lanes. Looks like a Kirby enemy.
Yeah, no. I like the face on top. It's like, what?
It reminds me of a mini boss from Dreamland 3. That's the aesthetic I get from it.
Anyway.
But, like what you said last time about the game reminding you of the specific area, reminding you of, like, Earthbound with, like, the tall stuff and all that.
Yeah.
It just reminded, this really makes me think of another song from Mother 3, Volcano.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And, like, just 2 and 2 came together and just magic. Anyway, this seems familiar.
Yeah. But I actually have my own, I mean, it is purely speculation. Like, I have no real evidence to back this up at all. I haven't done nearly enough research, like, I'm not a meteorologist, but I actually have enough hypothesis about why Pittsburgh might have that specific thing where we seem to have tornadic
Elevation.
Right, yeah, the elevation to the west. There's basically a fairly gentle slope.
It's a not valley, but it might be enough to cause an effect, yeah.
And then there's like a few successive, like if you look at a topological map, it's basically like uphill and then some ditches. And generally, like, tornadoes tend to, that's why they always say, like, if you're caught outside, get in a ditch if possible. Because, like, tornadic systems tend to veer away, or, like, their trajectory tends to be influenced by the terrain and the relative elevation. So my thing is maybe the, like, actual, like, ground elevation causes tornadic systems, or at least makes it more likely for tornadic systems to veer off to the north or to the south, to the west of the town, instead of just going straight through. Because the whole town is basically on a hill.
Yeah, no. I 1000% agree.
I'm just gonna look at it while we beat the shit and commit genocide against the mushroom.
Well, we
people.
finished them off.
Yeah. Kansas.
Let's clear the bottom path before we go to the top path, because we can fall off really easily.
Elevation maps is what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Interesting.
So yeah, while they are identical in appearance to the boss versions, they don't even have the right moves, thankfully.
Yeah.
Which makes them much more easily taken care of. Art. Number 78. Zephiel by Nathaniel N. McCarty.
Looks like, Ferris. Hold
Make
on.
me think of a PlayStation 1 thing.
No,
Couldn't
hold
specify
on.
what.
I'm sorry, but... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to be introducing you to this, but... this is what I think of.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry. Or not Aaron. Why am I calling you Aaron? My brain is so fucked. Hold on.
Fear.
Fear.
I'm not editing that in. You can't make me.
How about this? In combo with the drill tree.
No. I refuse.
I understand. Janice is gonna kill me.
From mentioning that.
Mentioning cat girls, yeah. And he's not.
I mean, yeah, he's not gonna watch this.
Yeah, but on the options.
On the slim chance.
Slim Shady.
No. There is no real Slim Shady.
Hi, my name is. Ooh, my name is. Oh, my name is Sicka Slim Shady.
That was the secret all along. There was just no real Slim Shady.
So I just found a really cool looking geological map of Crawford County, Kansas. And it's pretty neat.
Mhm.
I am a nerd. You should tell.
It's the only interesting thing about this accursed town.
Yeah, that's not true. We've got pretty good fried chicken.
If only the actual stores themselves were good.
Yeah, so this pretty much confirms what I thought. Looking at... Yeah. Okay, here, I'll take a screenshot of it.
Woohoo!
Just-
The nerds were right about the weather patterns.
Well, no, but I mean, this supports my hypothesis.
94. Zelator by Morgan Kirkpatrick.
Whoever made that is now a furry artist. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, but that's pretty obvious. Like, I mean, no judgment. I mean, that's pretty good art, but like,
Yeah, I
if
see
at
what
that
you're
young
saying.
of an age you're drawing furry art, you're a furry artist. Let's just be real. So we're just gonna have impromptu me giving my whole Glockenspiel spiel in the middle of this. So Future Harlan, put up the map I just sent to you. Basically, if you look here, none of the things are labeled, but you can take my word for it that the town of Pittsburgh, well, I guess it's the shaded gray area, but you can see that it rests almost entirely. Oh, here we go. Sorry.
The longest hair. My beard
My
is now in
beard!
new position.
I'm sorry, what?
Only one part missing.
Yeah.
A beard trimmer.
Anyway, as I was saying, Harlan, Future Harlan, if you could put up the map, you could see here, I believe the shaded gray lines indicate the city boundaries, and it's almost entirely up on this purplish section of, what is this? What kind of rock is this? Tell me. Elm Branch Shale. But the point is that there is a slight elevation, there's a slightly larger elevation. And slightly higher elevation. So you basically have this big sort of ditch to the left, which might influence the direction of any sort of tornadic storms. And that's pretty unique. Like, other towns around here don't have that same sort of,
Protection.
yeah. We basically have the bed, like a creek bed to the left. Multiple creek beds actually running parallel to the west. Which, if we actually follow this, it looks like, I can't see all the way down into Cherokee, but it looks like the, yeah, no, pretty much perfectly where the creek bed ends to the south.
The Kingdom Flower people want to see us. When
Are we
we
gonna
get
meet with the racial minorities in the
when we
kingdom?
get a flower cult. I am François Hanataro of the Kingdom Flower Association. The association wants to improve the appearance of the kingdom. Please appoint myself, François Hanataro, as the kingdom's official horticulturist. Fuck.
Horticulturist. Ah, cool.
What use do we have for flowers?
They look nice. Spinny Knight.
Remember that one night we fought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rare
Wait, we
armor
have a
is more
fucking
important.
reservoir? I know about Lake Farlington, but we have a fucking reservoir? What the fuck? Did you know that, Harlan?
I recall something like that in college.
Bone Creek Reservoir. I'm learning all sorts of things today.
So, rare armor.
Ooh. Shiny.
We want to sleep until 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.?
It's our favorite time! Sleep again because AM and PM don't exist in this clock.
You do not exist!
Lynn, be nice.
Lol.
The king doesn't know he doesn't exist yet.
God damn it, Harlan. I was right, wasn't I?
I thought it was 3 a.m. when he does it. And I'll look it up just so I get the right time. If the armor starts moving, please tell me.
I'm watching. No, Hauser's moving, but no armor movement. Oh my god, this is just like the best game ever. Hauser's asleep. This is just like the best game ever made. Clock Tower Ghost. Whatever it's called. Where you have to let the giant pile of armor chase you early on in the game, or 3/4 of the way in the game, without telling you, you get the bad ending. Seriously, that game is abominable. Nitro Red's video on it is amazing. They made a Clock Tower game without the main director, and it was so bad.
There's a
They
Retro
never
Play
made-
over it.
Yeah.
It's an experience. Well, let's go outside and back in. Maybe he'll wake up.
There are now lots of flowers in the kingdom. Like, really? The kingdom plans are making the king so popular.
I'm pretty sure we just saw him walk around outside the castle. Yep, he's moving now.
Oh, he's gone.
There he is.
Bitch.
Rohan.
Hi, Rohan.
So this is the Steel Knight, who is a undead monstrosity, but he's the strongest warrior in the game.
How do you, like, recruit? Add him to
He's
yours?
recruited now.
Oh, okay, you have to talk to him.
You have to talk to him and then he'll appear in your list.
Nice.
So are you ready for the Last Kingdom?
I'm ready.
You're
I'm
not.
ready to go to Black Space. And have
It's
an
not gonna.
existential crisis.
It's not gonna be Black Space.
I know. I'm joking.
Though it will be interesting.
Yes, sir.
A poem for you, King. King, you're so kind. You're so kind. Run blow my mind. Hey, King. all love kids. Game?
So yeah, if you donate to there enough times, you unlock a new class. I'm gonna try and do that. It's just that's a bit of a grind.
Yeah, understandable.
So the plan is we're going to get right up to where we can jump in the flying machine and activate the end. But then we're gonna stop the session there. I will then grind and finish up as many of the small bits and pieces I have and make the town fully finished. And show off the 3 special classes and what they do. And then we'll go to the end in the last episode.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very busy part. And yes, you notice how it says Steel Knight, 0 out of 1 times 1. Actually, I want to fix the list first. Let's see, who do I not like? You go away. Let's get the Steel Knight. Also, a Mounties joined us.
Mount? Oh my god, the Canadians are here.
But yes, the Steel Knight is the best combat class in the game. Overwhelmingly so.
Yeah.
They almost always crit, and are immune to all stats effects by default.
Nice.
Very, very powerful. So that's not an indicator. Oh wait. So yes, Steel Knight also conveniently is in front of the regular knights, so they can always send him out first. Notice how he
Oh,
opened with a crit.
Jesus. Yeah.
He has super crits.
Where are we right now?
We're going around Super Manjaro.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed something. Because I looked away for a second.
Remember this thing was almost a threat?
Yeah.
Now it's aggressively not a threat. Let's see how well it
That
takes
poor
care of the
Oni.
Singolani.
Ow. That looked like it was excruciatingly painful.
Didn't stand a chance. Get off the hole. Thank you. Yeah, we just kind of say things are dead and they die.
Oh shit. I didn't get a phone call. One moment.
Right. Number 88. El Bandito by Madeline Rabel. I will wait for Lynn to return now. Recording back on. Art.
Art.
That hole had art in it.
This looks like early concept art for like the sand, whatever it's called, the Desert Kingdom in Super Mario
Odyssey?
Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
What the fuck is that? Is that a lizard? Oh my god, why do they have a giant ass lizard tail?
That is a dragon tail.
Oh. Oh my god, the crab is here. Crab rape.
That's technically not a crab.
Really? What is
That
it?
is
A
a
lobster?
extremely weirdly evolved Ani. I'm
So it's
not joking. See, look, crab Ani.
Oh, so it's an example of carcinization.
Exactly, actually.
Yeah.
See
I
this?
hope that's an intentional carcinization.
See this
Anyway.
hole? That has smoke
Yeah.
coming out of it. We need a Mountie in order to open that. Otherwise, they'll just get lit on fire when they jump down there.
Only Canadians can dig this hole.
Number 72. Vacucage by Stephen St. Amand. The bottom mouth acts as a vacuum. The succub entities and store themselves in its top mouth, a cage. The red and green faces on its knees are the on and off buttons for the vacuum power. The player can hurt either knee to, say, force the monster to suck in a boulder.
I love that, actually. I really love that design. That's cool.
Very cool.
It reminds me of, oh, I wanna get this right, because he deserves a shout out. It's the same guy who did the, music video. I think it's to King.
Hidden Hot Spring.
To Crown King? Animation, maybe? Double King. It reminds me of Felix Clograve. Wait, what?
Sorry. The area ahead is still under construction. Danger, do not enter here.
But yeah, it reminds me of Felix Clograve's animation work, which is really cool. He's done stuff for like music videos and also like short films.
So we're going to New Island. If that's an indicator of the hell that's on the other side.
What the fuck?
Remember the night boss we fought?
Yeah.
Imagine 2. In a very small arena.
Ah. I hate it.
This last area is a fucking nightmare gauntlet. I hope no enemies spawn in this one, because I'm going to put everyone in there just to make it speed up. Imagine only using one regular carpenter. Look at this fancy-ass bridge.
It's very fancy.
Bridge.
Bridge.
It appears one of them is interested in kicking your ass.
Ah, I see. She's really anxious to get at it. He wants the booty. You're like Clockwork Knights.
Yeah, they're Clockwork, that's their actual name.
Oh, nice.
Thankfully, they have much less HP, but they still do the same thing. So yeah, just be very, very careful. Just don't get cocky.
Don't act dumb. Don't act dumb.
So it's time for the final kingdom.
Oh. What the hell is going on here?
New Island. Jumbo Champloon.
What the fuck?
The letter already.
I was fast.
This is the entrance to the kingdom, I suppose. Testimonial, Caterpillar Aimplane Camel, Caterpillar Airplane Beetle, Tapeline Olympics, Mantis Olympics, Suntan Oil Olympics, Potato helicopter, green pepper suntan oil, jumbo champloon!
What's it called? Needle with a tomato table or something? This is just the, Gregorius cat or whatever it's called.
So the enemies here are interesting.
What is this place?
Oh jeez.
What the fuck?
Enemies will
fuck is
sometimes
that?
sometimes get the spotlight on them.
Uh-oh. There is some sort of, like, weird framing going on here. Like, some sort of, like, illusion breaking down or something like that.
I don't
feel
know
like I'm
what
getting-
you're talking about.
Hmm.
Nothing at all weird is happening here.
This is fine. I'm okay with the way this situation is unfolding.
The cardboard stars are usual, normal, and typical.
This music.
Yeah, this song is also both a banger and vaguely sad with how upbeat it is.
Yeah. I do not like that this is giving me Everywhere at the End of Time vibes. Like, I'm sure that obviously that's not the intention, but like, I'm assuming, but like, I don't like it. This makes me very uneasy to be H.
This is our final challenge too, because, spoiler alert, the flying machine will be taking us to a very nondescript location. There's no enemies there except for the final fight.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of stuff to pick up here, meaning we're gonna have to leave because of our inventory limit several times. The inventory limit that's only existed in passing because I've mentioned it because of this area because I know it exists. Because there's just a lot going on here. Oh, not this fucker. Stupid dickhead Metalani. Oh, that dick. He's... Oh, that dick.
Dickhead? Oh my god! Fuck, I forgot about this guy.
Got him. You see why I wanted to bring the Ultimate Soldier in here before we came? Because it just doesn't stop. More Ani than any mortal being can handle. Look, we opened this game with genociding them and they still haven't gone extinct. Like, they're resilient.
Yeah, they just keep... They're breeding like rabbits under, under those holes.
The mushrooms could learn a thing or two from them.
Yeah. Listen, if the mushrooms just fucked more, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
You see, they should have spread out like the Ani did, because we just had to find one place.
Yeah.
Do you see this whole gimmick?
Yeah! I think I do.
It's being a bitch. You know, I know I said earlier in Selpia at one whole, like, this is probably the last time they do this thing. I know why I said that, because I don't get this far in this game normally.
Understandable.
I usually stop at or before Sobamanjaro, because fuck that fight. But everything's perfectly fine, nothing weird's occurring.
Yeah, nothing weird whatsoever. Like this guy on a fucking shitty Lego robot. I love that Oni because he was just staring straight ahead. He gave 0 fucks.
The fan Ani is normal. What are you talking about? 96, Plain Jane by Jane Cho.
Aw, it's cute and wholesome.
I'm going back to the hot spring.
Yeah.
Honestly, what's our inventory at? Halfway. Well, more than halfway. I'm going to heal because the king took damage. Nah. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing weird here. The tires are normal. The cardboard trees and legal distinct Lego blocks are normal. The compass is a normal creature. The compass is my favorite of nature's creatures.
God, this is giving me flashbacks to geometry class. Which, by the way, I will stand our geography teacher at TJ. Everybody else fucking hated the way he teaches. But, like, I loved it. He spent the first week basically forcing us to recognize the nature of, like, axiomatics in mathematics. I didn't know that at the time. By asking us to define a circle or a line. And that sounds really dumb, but like that's basically because he was basically like asking how to describe it, like describe it in objective terms, right? Because the only way in math something happens, basically he taught us what it means to have an axiom and shit like that in math, and I loved it. I adored it actually. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Rosila. He also literally just taught us Euclid, like the Greek mathematician Euclid, like his like original geography textbook from 300 BC, and it actually was pretty good. So yeah, it was sick. Shouts to Mr. Rossi.
Sounds very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But
like, instead of just
God
teaching
damn.
us, oh god, sorry, I'll shut up.
No, it's fine.
Oh, instead of teaching us all the theorems, like I know my little brother when he went through geometry class, and I'm sure when you went through it, like they would just give you a list of theorems to memorize or some shit. Right?
Not even.
Oh, really? What did they just do?
Remember how our school had that... It was probably right around when you left. Yeah, it would have been your last year. Remember how the math classes made that new dumb tables thing? Where it was all group work and shit?
Oh, God.
Remember?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Right.
Even remotely.
But, like, what was the curriculum for geometry class? Like, what did they actually try to teach you? Was it
I'll
just
be
a bunch
honest,
of...
I don't remember much of it.
Well, yeah. But anyway, instead of it just being like... I know for my little brother it was like, here's a bunch of theorems to memorize, right? Right? And then write them down or, like, show them or something. But instead in our class, the way we did it is... Because modern geography curriculums, at least for basic, like, middle school, high school Euclidean geometry, right? They're all basically based off of Euclid's theorems anyway. So, like, we actually, like, fucking... First of all, we actually, like, basically spent the first 2 weeks just figuring out what does a mathematical theorem even mean? Like, what is inductive versus deductive logic, right? Like literally taking it... Because back in ancient Greece, it was, like, the philosophy... Like, philosophy, math, rhetoric was all they were all considered the same thing, logos, right? Like there was logos, pathos, ethos. They were basically all considered like
Equal.
yeah, well, they were basically all considered the same subject. Like there wasn't really the kind of boundaries or classifications that we have today, right? So like, what basically it taught us to think like mathematicians, right? And so then when we were discussing stuff like postulates and theorems, right? Because you have to take a certain amount of assumptions, right? You can't, in order to like prove stuff about circles, you have to define a circle. But if you're there's certain things you have to define without like proving it, right? Because you can't prove what a line is. You have to assume certain things are true, which are the postulates. So then Euclid's 5 postulates, right? Which basically define the most basic shit in geometry, except his 5th postulate, which is about parallel lines. If you throw his 5th postulate out and say, fuck it, it was like this brilliant moment, because he was like, yeah, you could, the 5th postulate is like parallel lines, 2 sets of like parallel lines, right?
Right.
That are like, the way he defines it is very formal, but like, basically if you have 2 parallel lines, they will never intersect, right? Which is true in Euclidean space. But then you could just say, what if, what if you instead, but since the postulate is basically like, you could think of it as like the foundation, right? Of your like system of geometry, right? Because everything gets proved off of that, right? Once you can prove that, you know, 2 squares with certain connections are equal, or how 2 angles can be equal, right? And you can do this systematically, step by step.
Right.
But if you decide, hey, like, what if I throw, because the 5th postulate in Euclid's elements, like if you look at the postulates, which remind you are like the things he is taking to be true, right? So like, here's his 5 postulates, right? You might tell me if you could figure out which one is the odd one out in terms of its complexity. Euclid's first postulate. 1, a straight line segment can be drawn joining any 2 points. 2, any straight line segment can be extended indefinitely in a straight line. 3, given any straight line segment, a circle can be drawn having the segment as radius and one endpoint as center. 4, all right angles are congruent. And then the 5th one is, if 2 lines are drawn which intersect a third in such a way that the sum of the inner angles on one side is less than 2 right angles, then the 2 lines inevitably must intersect each other on that line if extended far enough. This postulate is equivalent to what is known as the parallel postulate. So Euclid tried his ass off, along with a lot of other people, to try and prove this as a theorem, right? And he was really upset by this, because the other 4 postulates are relatively simple, right, and elegant. The 5th postulate, as you could probably tell, is super fucking clunky, right? So in the first 28 things that he lists in his book, The Elements, you could prove them all with only the first 4 postulates, but then he basically gives up and invokes the 5th postulate, right? His version of the 5th postulate, the parallel postulate.
Right.
So a lot of people spend their whole lives trying to figure out a way to prove this 5th postulate. And I don't know if it's been proven that it's impossible to derive it, but at this point it doesn't really matter, because what ended up happening in the 1800s is that these 2 mathematicians in 1823, they realized, hey, what if instead of trying to like prove Euclid's 5th postulate, you say fuck it, and instead of saying 2 parallel lines must never intersect, right? You say, what if you change the rules? So 2 parallel lines by definition must intersect, or 2 parallel lines must actually diverge from each other. And that's actually how we got non-Euclidean geometries. So hyperbolic space, or what's it called? What's the opposite of hyperbolic space? I'm trying to remember.
The hyperbolic time chamber?
Well, like hyperbolic space, which is where, have you seen any of those bizarre M.C. Escher looking kaleidoscopes? Like hyperbolic space. And the thing is that this our universe is most likely, like, this actually applies to shit like astrophysics and stuff. And, like, if you've ever seen a game with a non-Euclidean geometry, like Antichamber or what have you, or, like, really trippy shit, that's non-Euclidean geometry in 3D. So, like, it turns out that, like, this one set rule, which Euclid defined, if you throw that shit away or you change it, it completely changes your entire understanding of space-time, because you can prove a lot of completely different shit. Like, I remember one of my favorite things he did is, one of the first things we did is a very simple proof, right, which is that the, the angles of a triangle sum up to 180 degrees, right? Like, that's the kind of thing you learn in, like, elementary school, right?
Right.
So then he took out a big globe, like a sphere, and he drew with a marker on it. So he drew a line, a straight line, down from the North Pole down to the equator. Then he drew a line across the equator at a 90-degree angle, a right angle. And then he drew a line back up, 3 straight lines. And he was like, all 3 of these lines are right angles. But I drew 3 straight lines. Isn't this a triangle? And we basically all had a fucking existential crisis. And he basically used that as a segue to talk about how when you're making these sorts of presumptions, why it's so complicated and why, like, in the real world, Euclid stuff isn't enough, right? Because we don't live on a flat, infinite plane. I don't know, I just think it's really cool. Like, a lot of this stuff.
Also, this is hell, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I noticed. You went into, You went into the back of any cooler. Like, outside cooling system.
Also,
like,
the
for, like,
compasses
gardening.
have 2 different versions. There's the one that just spins, and the one that actively
Stabs.
attacks.
Oh, I see, it's the Half-Life monster. Monster from Half-Life, with a big tentacle.
Oh god.
See, now you'll get my Half-Life jokes, Harlan. For context, during the recording of this playthrough, we've been separately, I've been playing through Half-Life, the original Half-Life with Harlan on this one co-op mod. So, he's been getting a history lesson in just how much bullshit developers can throw at you.
And just how much I love fighting helicopters.
Yeah. No, Harlan kicks ass in that game in fighting helicopters, I will say.
So these things are Satan, the devil.
Ah, I see.
Do not get sucked up. Just don't.
Well, time to have all your knights do a lap dance on them.
The vacuum
It's vacuum
is
only.
death.
Oh, is it like instant death, or...?
I'm pretty sure.
I wonder if that one person's drawing actually gave them the idea to use, like...
Actually,
that's a coin
fairly
purse.
possible.
That's a coin purse.
Yes.
Okay.
Those have been there the entire game.
Yeah.
Just like
I
those
know
Lego
that.
blocks.
Well, now we have literal Lego people. So yeah, I think reality, whatever...
No, they're not Lego people.
Humans-
They're milk carton people.
Oh. So yeah, I think if you want to call this anything resembling a reality, I think at this point in-game reality is just breaking down at the seams.
Well,
Literally.
here's a little secret about this place. This was the very first place created by God.
I know. I think, okay, I'm gonna update, I'm gonna make a bold prediction here that's, like, 1% chance of actually being true. Alright, God is a kid, and this is like his play box, or like some sort of imaginary... All of this is just in his imagination, like with his like playthings and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. So like, God in this case is actually like a little kid having imaginary adventures in this, you know, world that he imagines exists within his like toy box or what have you.
I mean, the theory
And
certainly
so-
has credence, considering, like, all the things that are from God that are, like, drawn things.
Well, and yeah, and I'm thinking, like, because, like, these are things pulled, like, the kid's imagining, right? Like, so, like, you know, Warrior Kingdom, maybe that's his dad. Like, you know, or, like, the shows he watched, like, the way he thinks TV works, or, you know, a lot of stuff, right? Like, it's just, it's, like, imaginary sort of, like, in a sort of similar vein to like the original Smash 64, right? Like how that was all framed as like a kid playing with toys. Sort of the same deal. Just far more complex.
Bulldozer Christmas. Roach sunscreen, dead.
I see. Yeah, that's pretty much the kind of sentences my subconscious pulls out when I'm half
So yeah,
asleep.
these guys have an entire language that we do not understand even remotely.
Cool. So I could go be completely off on this, but that's just my hunch based off of the literal cardboard box looking aesthetic of the sky, and like all this stuff. There's probably way more to it than that, but that's just my like complete shot in the dark guess.
So we'll write this down.
Okay, I'm pulling on Notepad.
Airplane equals king. Spaghetti equals live.
Oh, this is like decoding their language. I see.
Also,
Wait.
anyone who doesn't believe us, and this used to be the same person who did this made Chulip. Chulip pulls this exact same trick, only it's required.
Really? It's not required?
Yeah, no, you don't have to do this. It's completely optional to learn what the fuck they're saying. You can just go in and murder everyone. It doesn't care. But in Chulip, you had to learn how to speak with an alien so you could actually fucking help him.
Also, I'd like to point out that there is like the Olympics symbol in the corner there.
Well, that's what Olympics means. Anyway, also, Christmas equals boring. Camel equals genius. Bathroom equals criminal. Toilet equals
I've been
enemy.
trying to type this down.
Alright, I'll just go through it again.
Right.
Airplane, spaghetti, Christmas, camel, bathroom.
Genius. This is how you think foreign languages work when you're a kid, that like there's a one-to-one correspondence with every word, and you just need to learn like the way in which it's like there's no grammar complications or, you know, different phonemes or, you know, more nuanced differences in. No, it's all just like one-to-one.
Exactly.
Tapeworm.
Equals adult.
God. Equals God. Equals
Helicopter equals love. Mantis equals invader. Olympic equals hate.
Maybe we can read the letter now.
That was the
It's not
plan.
just- Yeah. Alright. Give it to me, buddy.
Let's see if you can understand what he's saying to us now.
Oh, there's another letter.
Testimonial. Caterpillar, airplane, camel.
We're missing Caterpillar. And airplane. Or something, King Genius.
Something.
Something King... We don't have Beetle. We're missing half the sheet. I hate adults. Hate adult. I'll just translate it super literally. Adults invaders. Or I hate invaders. I hate war. I'm gonna assume an I as the article. Don't have potato. Something love. Something war.
Jumbo Champloo.
We could probably understand the people, like the workers over there as well.
Maybe. Let's see if they're saying things that make sense.
Yeah, we're missing the other half of like the sheet.
Yeah. Roach, dead.
No Roach. We don't have Roach. We don't have bath cleaning. We do have Olympics.
Hates something. So yeah,
Yeah.
we need to have a sheet to make sense of them.
I like this gimmick. This is cool.
Yeah, no, the best
a
thing is,
whole-
like, it's completely optional. You know?
Yeah, no. It's the same thing actually in what's it called? There's something. There's some game where you can actually translate the language when it's not required. I don't think it's La Mulana, but
La Mulana requires it.
well, yeah, but you're in La Mulana also. You're. I know in Fez you have to do it for a lot of the game's secrets, which I couldn't figure. I knew I had to decode that language, but I couldn't figure out how. So I was trying to reverse engineer it without any sort of fucking other forms of input. It turns out you just have to. Spoilers for Fez, I guess, but this puzzle is insane. Because I went into this room 17 times without thinking about it. There's a room where, you know that one phrase, like, the black... There's a sentence that has every letter. Jumped... over... Yeah, it's, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Yeah, that.
There's a dog that's just lying there and a fox jumping over it. And I didn't realize it, but there's a phrase in the background that's basically that, so you can learn what letter corresponds to what symbol. That's how you can translate the language. But yeah.
So the trick with the compass enemies is the ones that just stab, no, the real threat, and the ones that go in a circle just have patience, which I have not had once. Oh, god damn it. Like, it's a pain in the ass, but it's so worth it, considering it's a rare treasure. It's 5,000. Not to mention stuff you get just from chewing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but Elite Knights can guard. Like regular hits.
Nice. Do they block all damage or only a portion?
I believe all damage.
Nice.
However, it's only, you know, percentile chance. Oh, this guy's a dick.
You dickhead?
Get off of
Look
the
at your
hole.
nose.
More Ani. You can see why you run out of space in this place, right?
Right, yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna check my inventory just to make sure. Okay, no, we're fine. It would be the ultimate taunt to have gotten through the hole but not have enough for the treasure. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, like, my geometry class was garbage. Absolute garbage. Like, I can't remember anything. And, like, it was just constant group work. It wasn't even just, it was basically just memorize the theorem.
Yeah.
But, like, not even that. Like, I don't know if you noticed this, Lynn, but, like, the modern math stuff they used in our school had a bad habit of, okay, here's how you do the thing in this basic form, right?
Right.
Okay, now here's the thing with more complex stuff that we're never going to teach you how. You have to learn how to do it yourself.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I know.
Here's this thing
I mean,
involving factors. Now, here's this thing involving factors, but also has division. Figure it out. This is on your
Right.
homework.
I appreciate what they're trying to go for because, like, basically learning how to apply, like, you know, learning how to prove / understand something and then applying it to a higher level sort of deal is, like, a very, like, important component of math and also good for, like, logical critical thinking. Like, 'cause they have good intentions, but, like, you need to be able to provide actual, like, assistance and help in teaching it. Because,
It should not be on the homework.
right.
It shouldn't
Especially
be.
because the homework is still going to be being used for, like, grading, which is not okay. Because if somebody can't figure out, if somebody struggles, I mean, for some kids, math isn't their forte, right? Or for some kids, they're just not going to be able to figure out that particular thing, right? Right off the bat, if you're introducing increased complexities. So, like, just telling them, yeah, figure this out on your own, and you get graded for it if you don't succeed in figuring it out on your own without any help is ridiculous. Like,
It was abhorrent. See, once an attack, just literally they can't fight back as long as you're not being stupid.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the longest build in the entire game?
Oh yeah, let's go. Holy shit, look at that circle slowly get smaller.
Oh, I think that bridge was slower. Either way, it's the
Yeah, I
most
think you're
absurd
right.
build in the game. Yeah, I know why they're doing well, because this is what they specialize in.
Yeah.
Remember how Giga Copper said they specialize in building elevators?
We're literally building an elevator. Like, not a ladder, not a stairwell, a fucking elevator for this one hill.
Mm-hmm. This one deserves it. Just an actual fucking elevator. Alright, taking bets now. Do you think it's going to be yep?
Yeah, it's Moruma.
I think this is where all the Anis fucking went. Ani Kingdom my ass. This is where they all fucking live. Get off the hole, sir. Yeah, it can't attack quick enough to survive the full brunt of your army, thankfully.
Yeah.
They're going to die eventually.
One day, they will perish. And
I'm
that
going to
day
go
is
hit
today.
the hot spring. My farmer's starting to get a little low.
Yeah.
Why is there... Hello, Respawn. A fan repeatedly slamming into a wall, I'm pretty sure summarizes my entire existence. Like, it's a blowhard, it's just slamming into a wall ineffectually. What's there more to me? You're not supposed to agree!
Well, it's too relatable, though. Like, what do you think I was doing this last weekend when I was trying to upgrade my computer? I was smacking my head repeatedly into a wall, it felt like.
But you're not a blowhard.
I don't think you're a blowhard either, though.
Great, we've reached... God damn it.
Everyone is valid except for me.
Exactly. We've reached stalemate. Also, the whole totally fucking regenerated.
Great.
I want the rare treasure.
Treasure. Treasure. God, I just realized something. We call Africa, the continent Africa, Africa, at least in English and most European languages, because of the Roman province of Africa, which referred to basically Tunisia.
Yeah, no, like, I wonder what actual people from Africa want to call Africa.
A lot of different things, but I just thought, like, imagine, like, how fucked up that is. Like, imagine if, like, 2,000 years from now, the entirety of North America was just called fucking, I don't know, Texas.
I mean, how do you think Native Americans feel?
Yeah, no, fair enough. Honestly. Actually, fun fact, from what I can't confirm this myself, but from what I've heard from anecdotes from, like, people who grew up in, like, Latin American countries, outside of the US and North America, or US and Canada, most of the rockabye baby in the tree, what?
It became midnight.
I see. It does not look like midnight right now. There
Oh,
is
look
way
at
too
the-
much light.
The clock. This area is always bright.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, I forget what I was gonna say.
Something about Latin America.
Oh yeah, in Latin American countries, like pretty much the rest of North and South America, they actually, the continents are defined as 6 continents. So North and South America are considered to be one continent, which makes
Interesting.
sense if you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
the division between North and South America is super arbitrary, which, I mean, is true for any continent, but, like,
It's very one-sided.
yeah, you could make the argument that the only reason for the division is to, like, from, like, you could make an argument that it's, like, from,
USA.
like,
USA.
yeah, or, like, on a, like, nastier level, like a old racist sort of thing, because
USA. USA.
the definition between Central America and North America, which some I know in the past had been taught as a completely separate continent, was because this is where the good Anglican white people live, and everywhere south of that is evil brown-skinned people.
Remember that thing I said I didn't want to have happen?
Oh no.
I'll come back for that in the grind session. Fuck off, game.
Fuck off, game. Fuck off, game.
Let's turn everything in. I believe this will be our last run through that area until it's done, and then we just have more exploration outside of the world.
Yeah.
Oh? A disgruntled Liam wants to see you.
Oh no.
Sure.
What if we just say no?
Hey, hey! I got something to say to you today, Tarlini. You've become all high and mighty all of a sudden. It seems like you're just looking down your nose at the rest of us. It's like you're trying to be the man, keeping the Petralia down.
Is Liam gonna be fucking Karl Marx?
Meh, whatever. I just want to say it to you because you are the ruler of the known world. You don't have the right to be a world-class jerk to everyone. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shall I kill him painfully or quickly? I like how Liam's just standing there as if he didn't just fucking say that.
Fucking love that I chose Sonic the fucking Hedgehog for Liam.
That's such a good voice, though. I like how you used the phrase proletariat.
Yeah,
too,
no,
as if Liam wouldn't be anything but like a
I love
far-right
this game's
libertarian,
vocabulary.
like the worst kind of like far-right libertarian, where he's just like a total shithead and gives no fucks about anyone other than himself because something NAP, and he's just a total shithead to everyone else.
This game's just so fucking good. Like, every time you think it's starting to wear down, it just goes, by the way, here's 7 more ounces of nonsense.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Are you ready for the boss?
Oh boy.
Let me tell you now, you're not.
Yeah, I figured as much.
You are not fucking ready. I'm not fucking ready for him.
None of us are.
Anyone who's played this game knows what an absolute fucking headache I'm about to have. Yeah, whatever. I'm just ignoring them at this point.
Understandable.
Don't you dare. They went for it, bastards.
God, I just realized when you enter the area, like there's like a sepia color filter. It's like nostalgic.
There's a color filter over it, and it's permanently day.
I don't know how I feel about this. Welcome to White Space. You've been living here as long as you can remember.
Like, it's such an upbeat song, yet vaguely ominous, you know?
Yeah.
Really interesting choice for the final area, but I don't disagree with it. Oh.
By the way, did we ever get the full translation thing?
No. Not yet, at least. This is a fucking situation and a half.
Yeah.
Fan repeatedly trying to enter elevators also.
Door stuck!
Fine then, we'll do it the hard way. Just use evade formation to make sure everyone comes with. This game's a special kind of jank. Evade formation for grabbing this art. Number 97! Poggy
Aww.
by Jackie
Poggers.
Cruz.
Hold on. Oh, damn it. I wanted to take a screenshot. of
I
that.
was not gonna let that happen.
You probably did the right thing.
We're at the boss. A free heal spot right before it. Highlighted.
I see. I mean, at least the developers didn't want you going in getting...
God memo. Strategy for Jumbo Champloo.
Oh my god. I like the drawing on the top right.
Just beat up Champloon to win. Jumbo will attach various objects that the Honest bring him to power up. He'll vary its attack, so take a varied crew of you that can address the constantly changing situation. That's the last god memo for the last king.
Yeah. What does this say?
Hamburger! Hamburger! La la la.
Wait, I just realized they're called Craftians, and they look very similar to Minecraft.
Shush. This came around the same time, at the very least. But also the filter collider were getting close. Are you ready?
Snap back to reality. What comes gravity?
Also, what do you think this boss's theme will be? Like the boss theme. What piece of music?
Flight of the Bumblebees?
It'll be obvious when you realize it.
The king looks up at his sands and goes,
I mean, you joke, but...
God damn it! Sans Undertale!
There's a
Wait,
lot of
is this-
reasons.
It's arithmetic. Criminal. Pencil.
Bell peppers. Hamburger!
What was the fourth thing he said there? I forgot it.
I don't remember.
God damn it.
Can you hear it?
I called it!
Uh-huh.
Flight of the Bumblebees! I was
It's-
fucking right.
Also known as
Also-
the Can-Can. But this
Yeah.
fight is kind of absolute fucking chaos.
Yeah, I can already tell.
He will be shooting everything and the kitchen sink at you.
Fucking crayons as missiles.
And
Uh-oh.
he's healing.
Yeah, because
The
they're
worker
gonna send
Ani
it.
is going to throw in food form that he will attach to himself. Yes, I know what I just said.
What the fuck, the dubstep?
Yes, it is also this is probably the most remix of all the songs.
I fucking love this.
It is so fucking good.
This is a banger. I unironically love this.
Uh-huh. Also,
yes.
look out for the pencil.
Ah.
You can break the pencil if you want, but it's better to just keep the offensive on Champloo.
Well, what can I say? He's got the drip.
There we go. At 1/3 HP, the fight changes. Sans Undertale's head fall off,
Uh-oh.
and they put a new one on.
I see. So, going along with my theory, lore-wise, I'm pretty sure that this guy was like the first toy that the kid created, if I had to guess. Because this was the first area the kid created.
Don't get hit by that
Assuming my
laser,
theory.
no matter what you do.
Instant death?
Not exactly. Instant chickenification.
Oh my god. So it's like an SMT when Beelzebub turns you into a fly.
Yes. Or mod, as some little degenerates would say. Also, it makes chickens.
I see. Well, this is where the chefs come in.
Specifically the super buff ones.
You know, it would have been really funny if they made it, since the boss is technically now a giant chicken, if they had made it so that the chef would, like, insta-kill his face.
That would be very fucking good. Yeah, just keep the pressure on him at all fucking costs.
This is fucking incredible. This boss fight is amazing. Like, unironically, this boss fight is amazing. Can you not attack the shipments?
Yes, you can.
Okay. That's good.
But I'm trying to be careful and keep the, you know, offensive up
Yeah.
while avoiding the chickenification laser. And when you change a phase, they all despawn.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were doing, is you were just rushing it.
Got greedy. Oh, right. It only chickenifies when they die, I believe.
Oh. So
Either
if
way-
they died in a laser,
Yes, I believe.
he dropped an egg.
No, that's how it spawns the chicken, buddy.
What were you gonna say?
I believe so.
Oh, I think you were gonna say something earlier before I
was?
mentioned the egg. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb.
We're all a little dumb.
Yeah,
Me
I'm a
more
little
so.
dumbfounded. Nah.
There we go.
Final phase.
I was a few hits away, damn. So, how do you feel about Bullet Hell? Cause he's done
God,
fucking around.
I love Toho. Oh my god,
He's
guys,
now
it's
armored with
fucking
thumbtacks
Toho.
and sunglasses.
Okay, he's
done fucking
definitely
around.
got the drip. He's definitely got the drip now. Oh my god, you fucking JoJo pose.
Now he's going to call down death.
Ah. God, this really is Sans Undertale.
That wasn't the Bullet Hell attack, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but like fucking,
This is!
let's go. Ah,
Also, the pencil's back out.
great.
And he's still spawning healing buddies.
I see.
Oh, yes,
Nice.
the...
Giga Carpenter?
No, the, Tree Cutter. It's
Oh.
one-shots pencils.
Nice.
This boss, I recall, took me like a solid hour, especially now that he's got the fast versions of that.
Yeah, no, I can see how this would quickly turn into like a war of attrition.
Like, not even an hour just from fighting, just an hour from how fucking hard this was.
Oh shit.
Yes, it's also a continuous attack. They will just combo you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
So yes, despite how I'm probably making this seem pretty simple, this fight is fucking brutal.
Yeah, I can tell. This is just absolute chaos.
Again, very young.
Yeah, no, I can see this being incredibly rough.
Quit spawning your damn pencil. Come on.
Almost there.
Alright.
You got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh shit.
His body's flaking off.
Uh-oh. Hungry.
The Play-Doh Man is dead.
Play-Doh Man is gone. Wait, no. Wrong song.
Yeah, that's the deadest of dead we've caused so far.
Yeah, no, that bitch is gone.
But were you expecting this to occur ever?
I mean, you should probably pick up the propeller, right? Or can you not right now?
We have to accept the quest to go get it.
Oh. Well, who's the last princess gonna be?
Pretty
I mean,
cursed.
Yeah, I can imagine. Is it just gonna be a cat girl? What? I'm sorry? What? What? It's a little kid in a car? What?
I don't
Is
even
that his,
know.
like, little sister?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
So many fucking cats.
Notice this. Oh, I thought that was the stars falling.
So we've beaten all the kings.
Time to go fight God, or some shit.
I'm sure nothing horrible is going to happen.
Oh yeah, nothing horrible has happened after every, like, princess, or king was defeated. It's not like there's been a overwhelming fucking...
Oh, look, everyone's here.
Everyone is here! Da 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 da.
Alright, Lynn.
Yeah. Congratulations! Oh, shit, I gotta get it again. Congratulations for finally unifying the world once and for all. I hope that's close enough.
That was pretty spot on. She never leaves that
Now,
car.
finally, Omae wa mo shindaru. Nothing personnel, King, but you must die. This is truly a joyous day. My knife will go directly into your butt. I, House of the Bull Knight, am proud to serve you, King Tarlini. God, almost lost my nerve. Long me. Wait, that's literally long live the king. Oh. Huh? Earthquake in 3, 2, 1. Ha, ha, ha.
Look at his face. He's got that killer's eye.
Is it him talking or?
Yeah, it's him.
Hmm?
Time for the worst earthquake yet. So bad it causes a cutscene.
Wow. Yeah. And now the world has ended.
This song's also so fucking slick.
Jesus Christ. Well, we should have listened to him. Bad ending. You had to.
Also, what the fuck? Even after he's done, TV Dine is still as terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, world's about to fucking die.
Yeah.
See? See? I told you so by telling you so.
Oh, even the castle's falling apart. This
Uh-oh.
looks bad. Sorry. Who's talking?
Campbell.
Oh, I don't remember what his voice was at
I
all.
think Tanis did it.
Yeah.
Are you ready for one last vote?
You fuckers better vote. Ping Poco conference? I'm sorry? I like how it doesn't even give you the chance. Like, if you vote no, it should be that, like, you get a bad ending.
And in Eat Mission 9, to solve true
Beyond the universe, huh? Nasu! God is in the sky.
Also, I love how there's rabbits on the moon.
Yeah, that's the classic, like, East Asian interpretation of, like, the craters on the moon, right? It's like rabbits.
I fucking
Listen.
love this game.
Listen, God is out there doing fucking cardio, okay?
Oh no, God is
real.
Wukong. He's got a stick, he's on a cloud. It's Goku. God is Goku.
God is Goku. You heard it here first, folks.
Science.
Onward to the end of the universe. Hold up there, Galactus! Oh shit. It's the whole, medieval schism of the Catholic Church. Which is better, God or our king?
Divine right of kings. The divinity that gives us right is me.
Wow.
So our final goal is to finish the flying machine. In a grand room of a grand castle, tiny King Tarlini sits upon his throne. With his 7 wives making merry, he lived the royal life and dominated the whole world. But with the constant tremors and the falling of the heavens, it looks like the world is ending. Upon completion of the flying machine, the king will ascend beyond the sky. No one knows what waits there. God, the devil, nothingness. King Tarleni, it's time to embark on your greatest adventure. Take your citizens and go.
Go.
So there's not even a festival.
Wow.
It is all or nothing now.
Yeah.
I believe if you fight Jumbo Champloo first before the Sopa Manjaro boss, there is a festival.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you're insane and do that.
Yeah.
So she wants to collect records.
I see.
I'll save the world! Oh, this works for you.
The world can't end until my child graduates from college, gets married, has 10 kids, gets divorced, and becomes a street performer. We still have a mortgage to pay.
Ultra Mom. About the world ending. The end of the world can be directly attributed to the ego and folly of man. It's better this way as the death of man will benefit nature, and will nature really miss us? Rodney
Thanks, Nietzsche.
Nizinch.
Nietzsche, I think.
And I feel fine. The world is ending. Earthquakes galore. I better stock up on golden bullets. Oh no, what to do? I'll just go to sleep and worry about it later. Mark Renton. We're so totally doomed! I hear the world is so doomed, but dude, don't overexert yourself. If the world bites it, that one girl I totally hate would be toast too. That'd be so awesome. Valley Girl mooned you. God forecast. This fell from the sky while I was walking on the beach. Isn't this about New Island? You should send a team check it out. I see.
Fatty. Who's making this rating?
The new princess.
Oh.
A genius with an IQ of 300 enroll.
Oh, jeez.
The last piece. Pretty easy.
One shake, it'll rumble. 2 shakes, it'll tremble. A million shakes, and the ground will crumble. From God.
I'm sure nothing horrible's happening. Actually, wait. Hauser first.
Where Puzzle will be there.
Gotta spend this fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Muscle beans. I'm sure that's safe.
Yeah. Magical Land. Let's play panel. So are we just not gonna build some of these things, or?
Not yet. The plan is, I'll do
Yeah.
the big grind.
Yeah.
Get those last things made. And make sure all the books are filled out. Well, not all the books, fuck that, but
Yeah.
the 3 ones that are easy to do and easy to do. That is the UFOs, enemy list, and listen, I'm dumb. The wonder spots. So let's just take 2 people off and grab the broadcaster and Mountie, because we're gonna go do their stuff right now.
He.
Yes, sir.
Remember, sirs, the broadcaster and Mounties also happen to be in the exact same area,
Yeah.
which is very, very helpful. Mounties also throw explosives, so they're not terrible to bring along. Oh. Maybe Death's here this time. Also, the Mountie leaves a trail of fire. And I believe is immune to fire. They worry me. Please, Death, please show up. I just want to see the Grim Reaper.
Wim
No?
Weepa, please, hello. Wim Weepa, are you there?
If that
Hello?
Death must not be here, because that wouldn't summon the Reaper, nothing will. I'm gonna take the semi-long route, just because going back to the thing would be obnoxious. Will this take longer? Probably. Remember this nightmare?
Yeah.
The TV that we need the broadcaster for just happens to be very close to this. As in, it's right there.
I remember this.
Now we can go into here. And experience this suffering.
Cool. What is this?
Haunted Zone 2.
If Haunted Zone
You
was
don't
so
say.
bad, why is there no Haunted Zone 2? Oh my god, it's Haunted Zone 2. Like, the gravestones you can attack?
I believe you can break them and zombies come out. This might be where zombies are easily found, so I didn't have to do that grind.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Golden zombie. Ow!
And as per usual, the worst amount of zombies when they die. Brightside treasure. Treasure, Lynn?
Treasure? I'm assuming you're waiting for the poison to wear off.
Yes. It
That's the sniper.
stays there for a bit. More art. 62. Mr. Happy Days by Kyle Rizla Dovakin.
What's up with kids being named Dovahkiin?
I'm beginning to... Oh, right. This happens.
Oh shit.
We pissed off the undead.
Right. Also, are we not gonna dig up that hole?
It's just,
Hot spring? Or...
not even.
well...
Just a poison cure. Because, you know, this is poison hell.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, this is gonna take a bit. Although, maybe if I'm cocky...
Maybe you could just run past.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Get fucked, nerds! Oh.
Oh no. Alright, we'll start digging, Betty.
This is
You can
stupid.
take some hits.
Well, on the bride's side, they're all bunched together.
Yeah.
I've got it. I have the solution. They're bad at their jobs. Never mind. Yeah, just kill as many as possible. And just kite them. I'm gonna go activate that poison cure. Are there more? If I had known I would be pissing off the undead, I would have done this much more slowly. Maybe the archers can take care of these last two while nope, they've gotten bored. Well, while I'm here, let's see what these last Ethergraves have. Fuck all.
Nice rock. Nice rock!
Different than the normal video, eh?
Nice rock!
And nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. Certainly nothing that starts with a C. That might also be placed in the same position as the word rock.
That Sonic the Hedgehog is known for saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's see what these are, because I didn't want to slaughter all the zombies, may as fucking well at this point.
Yeah, no.
They
Is
asked
zombie
for it.
genocide really genocide? Because they can't die. So, they're undead. If you're not killing them, I mean, we're not depriving them of their culture or preventing them from reproducing or... I mean, this might be one of the few times in which we aren't actually committing genocide by technicality. So that's nice.
Alright, I've got a solution.
Just, wait, you can't do that. It's not letting you.
I thought of that. Shit! What did I do to deserve this? I only dug up a grave.
While you're suffering, shoutouts to YouTuber Challenger Andy, who did the
Oh,
All of
yes.
Win run. Because he's currently live streaming, and the message he has for the notification for live streaming his All Artorias run is giant artorial blockage. I can't believe Artorias gave him heart disease. This is so sad.
Honestly, I've had a difficult that challenges. I believe it.
Yeah.
Pain. Now it's lure him back.
Pain.
Why are they?
Pain.
Why are they not interested in? Oh hell! One of the carpenters is stuck on the other side, or log cutters.
That's new.
So they're not interested in coming over. Oh. We appear to have pissed them off. Nope, they're back to being... This is a situation.
Indeed. Much situation.
I only wanted to dig up a grave. I didn't want to cause a zombie apocalypse. Jeez. Oh my fucking god, they are... They are not interested. What if we kill most of them, we can just kite the last few? I hope.
Hopefully.
Oh, now he fucking gets on the other side. In the fucking thing. Come on. Just a bit more. Cheese it. That was a death trap and a half.
Well, now we get to come get your free TVs.
Yeah, welcome to the land of the free TV.
So many free TVs. Gold bar, arrows, gold bar, UFO.
Hey.
Hey.
Why? Hey.
Well, hey.
I won't thank you. Here's the penguin back. More art. Number 9. Gunther Guns by
I
Madeline
hate it.
Rabble.
Good art. I hate it. I hate it enormously.
say hi.
Delete this. Kill it.
I just want to be your friend.
You will perish on March 4th, 2072. At 5:53 p.m.
I will? Oh boy.
No, not you.
Oh. I wanted to finally perish.
Pale-ish.
Alright, Lynn. Time for your forecast. When will I die?
Hold on. What year were you born in?
2001.
Life expectancy calculator.
Oh no.
Oh, life expectancy in the U.S. has actually gone down over the past 5 years. Oof.
Golly gee, I wonder why.
Hmm. So in the U.S., so you're how old? 19 or
20, I think? Yeah, 20.
okay. How much do you weigh?
210 something.
And how tall are you?
Over 6 feet, I think?
Alright, I'll just put it at 6 foot. Alright.
Art. Number 76. Woolly Eyemouth by Courtney Eason. Kind of gonna think of a griffin also. Or a manticore.
Yeah. I don't know what the black...
I think those are wings.
How would you say your health is, Harlan?
Uh-oh. That's how I'd say my
Give-
health is.
Poor, fair, good, very good, excellent. Poor?
Poor.
Okay. Hold on. It's processing. Estimated life expectancy, 74 years. Which means you will live until... Oh god. You were born in 2001, right?
Uh-huh.
I was off by like 2 years, 2075.
Zoinks.
Zoink Scoop?
So we have 1 HP, also 98. Creepy Kashi by Kathleen Dovikin.
Burn. Burn it. Burn it now.
Don't like clowns.
I'm
Don't
not
like
scared
the
of
honk
clowns.
honk.
I just don't like clowns. No offense, but
Honk honk.
I do not like the aesthetic.
So I'm going to make a save state, right?
Yeet.
We have 1 HP left, and I don't think we've shown off what happens when you die outside of a boss.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
And now that we have all the princesses, this is the best time to do so.
Fair.
So let's perish.
Okay. Are you just gonna stand there and let Oni beat the shit out of you? How are you gonna do this? I mean, fair enough.
I
Are
live
they gonna
at.
shoot? Nice. Dead.
Our soul leaves.
Wait, is there like a... Holy shit!
Life
Life's over! What the fuck?
All the
Jesus.
princesses are here too,
Everyone is here!
and all the other main characters are wearing black. Look.
Oh my god, that's fucked up!
Yeah, I died a lot as a kid. Even the
Holy
music man's off on the right, crying and wearing black.
Hauser actually looks distraught.
Yeah, no, look at him. In the song.
I kinda hate it. This
Yeah.
is cursed.
No,
This
it's
is really...
it's actually pretty fucking upsetting.
Yeah, no.
This is why I'm glad we haven't properly died.
Yeah. No kidding.
That was just a horrible alternate timeline.
So I'm just gonna take this sentence out of context from a Wikipedia article on historiography. Before the arrival of the Spanish colonial powers, the Philippines did not actually exist.
That's right. It just wasn't real.
I'm pretty sure that's a typo, but what?
Didn't exist to the rest of the world, I suppose. That's what they're going for.
No, it literally just, that's all it says.
Yeah, like I
it
suppose-
just goes on to talk about then the actual history of the Philippines before the Spanish colonizers, so I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I think that's what they were going for, but just didn't finish the sentence. You see, their mom called them for dinner, and they had to stop.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, sir.
Yay, moonflowers. Yay, more donations. Oh?
Difficult to leave Google. And in Eat Mission 9, out on goats.
Ooh.
And in Eat Mission 9, out on goats.
We at the Education Committee of the Royal Memorial School wish to express our thanks to you. Thank you so much for all of your generous donations to the school. By the way, I'd like to make a report on our current situation. Thanks to your generous donations, the minds of the children are maturing rapidly. And among those children, a brainy doctor has emerged. He will most likely be of great help to you. There will be a hospital in Glamour Town. Please be sure to make use of him next time you go on a campaign.
Fuck.
So that's 2 out of the 3 special classes. So I might as well bring him with us too. Let's see who's gonna get it. Goodbye, Marlan. Or not. Odd. Because I have to go talk to them.
Yeah.
Let's put them back on then. Let's go back to television hellspace. He may have to grind a few days off just by going to sleep repeatedly, so the crafting will join, so we can do that stuff.
Yeah.
Oops.
Do you want to start here, or stop here, or what else should we do?
We still have more exploration.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I want to get all that cleared out.
No, that's valid.
So the final part is,
Just basically like a little bit, whatever extra little bits and pieces, and then final
Yeah.
boss.
Top off, and then the end. Just go back to TV land. Honestly, with how much money we're making from these last years, I might not even need the grind,
Yeah,
which would be very
Potentially.
nice.
indeed.
That way I can spend my time productively and grinding a JRPG instead. You know?
Yeah.
That hole isn't even real. I got scared for nothing. Bastard game. Speaking of bastard, this situation. There is nothing you can do to kill those. And as per usual, they have asshole aim.
Bitches and hoes.
Beaches and shores. See what I mean by I hate these things, right?
Yeah.
Bane of my existence. More art. Number 43.
Mysterious piece of art.
J.L. Tedsworth by Shari Bryant.
That's just the Pink Panther if he was a bear and fucking in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Beta Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic discovered. Also, there's a hot spring right there, fucking course. Where are you, Death? God damn it! What are these odds?
Jesus.
Why am I a probability anomaly? Why?
Yeah.
Why does probability just give up around me? Now I know why I always would get those questions wrong in math, because I was calculating my probability.
And in Ibishnaman,
Yay, Verde.
Say, Tarlini, there's something I've been wanting to bring up. It seems that as of late, you've been acting more like a king than before. It's almost like you're actually a real honest-to-goodness noble. It seems to me that nobles only appreciate the most delicate of roses, and totally disregarded the beauty of even the most common of flowers. Date me, you fuck. I'm curious, Tarlini, what color is your favorite flower? Oh, never mind. Just remember that even though you're now king, you don't have the right to treat us commoners like dirt.
Let's ignore that. Let's treat him like... How's it? Let's treat him like dirt.
Yes, sir.
Don't have enough to buy anything. Let's rest, and hopefully the crafting will show up. The crafting, as you can probably guess, are what works with those Lego blocks. I mean, we can finally explore that beach. At long last. I know you've been looking forward to that beach for so long.
Yeah.
It's torment to do it every single moment.
So here's your fun history anecdote of the day.
Oh boy.
There was a like activist group, I guess you could call it. They were a Dadaist and Situationist, basically avant-garde anarchist affinity group based in New York City in the late 60s. Their name was Up Against the Wall Motherfucker, often shortened as the Motherfuckers, or UAW/MF. They were sometimes referred to as a street gang with analysis, and they participated in direct action in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. History. The Motherfuckers grew out of a Dada-influenced art group called Black Mask with some additional people involved with the Anti-Vietnam War Angry Arts Week, held in January 1967. Formed in 1966 by Ben Morey, a painter of Catalan origins, and the poet Den Georgiakis, Black Mask produced a broadside of the same name and declared that revolutionary art should be an integral part of life, as in primitive society, and not an appendage to wealth. In May 1968, Black Mask changed its name and went underground. Their new name, Up Against the Wall Motherfuckers, came from a poem by Amiri Baraka. Abby Hoffman characterized them as, quote, the middle-class nightmare, an anti-media media phenomenon simply because their name could not be printed. So here's a list of some of their actions. 1967, forced their way into the Pentagon during an anti-war protest. 1967,
Yeah!
flung blood, eggs, and stones at the U.S. Secretary of State Dean Rusk, who was attending a Foreign Policy Association event in New York. During January 1968, in quotation marks, assassinated poet Kenneth Koch using blanks from a toy gun. Dumped uncollected refuse from the Lower East Side into the fountain at Lincoln Center on the opening night of a gala, quote, bourgeois cultural event, unquote, during a New York City garbage worker strike. An event documented in the 1968 newsreel film Garbage. 1969, organized and produced free concert nights in the Fillmore East after successfully demanding that owner Bill Graham give the community
Art
the
piece
venue.
number 13.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's unlucky.
Bunny Night Spirit by Beth Melamed.
I like that. I like it.
Was it about garbage?
These free nights were short-lived as the combined forces of New York City Hall, the police, and Graham terminated the agreement. Cut the fences at Woodstock, allowing thousands to enter for free. They dumped uncollected refuse from the Lower East Side, basically during a, garbage, garbage worker strike in New York City. They collected a bunch of garbage that had been lying out in the Lower East Side and dumped them all into a fountain in front of, this prestigious gala for rich people.
I see. Joker 2019.
That is one hell of a name, though. I have to give credit to 1960s, radicals. They had some pretty fucking cool names.
Over there,
Over
beach.
Where are we currently located?
Over there,
Sorry,
beach.
Yeah, but how did we get here?
Remember
Over
that
there.
at the very, very beginning? Remember that spot where they said,
Yeah.
"This is the over there beach, Alpoca's treasure," where dead people will wash up and all that.
Oh yeah.
Remember how there was that pile of Legos there?
Yeah,
That's what Craftians do.
I see.
At the end of the game, we can finally explore over here.
Finally. And this is gonna take forever.
Of course, because it's a very long bridge.
Long.
Give us some more trivia.
What else trivia can I give you? Apparently there was a fort in southern France called Frexenet, which was founded by basically a break-off mercenary band associated with the Umayyad Caliphate in Spain at the time, and from roughly 887 AD to 972 AD. and they got so powerful that they basically took over the whole Kingdom of Provence, and basically took control of all like passages through the Western Alps, between France and Italy, and forced trolls and like trolls, but like they were a huge presence. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing.
Also, Craftians count as builders.
Interesting.
Also, Long Bridge.
Long bridge.
Look at this.
Long bridge.
Takes a long ass time too. Yeah, I'll fucking do it, game. Stupid bridges. An earthquake happened.
Again? How often are the... Is there
Number
like
27.
a hidden timer?
Myrtle the Myrtle. What? By Julia L.
Why am I getting deja vu? What the fuck? This happened before, right? Where I thought I'd seen an artwork before? Because this looks fucking
Yes.
cursed, but it looks familiar. Maybe I'm just thinking of another turtle. Like, looking at me.
But time for another bridge, so more trivia.
Let's see here. So a lot of people know about Hadrian's Wall on Britain. You know, like the one the Romans built.
Right.
You know, to like separate what they saw as like the, you know, uncivilized north. But there's actually a second wall that was also built even further north called the Antonine Wall. The Hadrian Wall is large chunks of it are preserved, but the Antonine Wall is not nearly as preserved, because it was kind of like an even more forward sort of defensive wall. So it was basically like an earthen wall. So there's very little of it that remains. The wall was abandoned only 8 years after completion.
Oof.
Yeah.
Prime tactical location, I see. Also, don't let me forget that after the recording, there's two things I want to say to you.
Sure.
Finally. And look, we're back in New Island. In fact, we're on the other side of the boss arena. And there's a cow cannon. Right here at the boss.
I don't like the amount of earthquakes that are occurring.
Remember the description for the part here?
Yeah.
Those earthquakes always happen when you get within proximities.
Oh.
That's the last flying machine part.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking place.
Yeah, no kidding. Did we ever find the other translation sheet? I don't think we did, right?
No. Might be around here somewhere, though. Because there's a fair amount of this place you can only access when you have crafting to clear out some Lego. Here, for example. Number 90. Ginger by Adriana Slutter.
Cute. Cute little drawing.
Is this what I think it is?
It's pots. Harlan, those are pots.
Welcome to Pot Snail Hell.
Yay!
I believe the golden ones pisses all of them off, so just do it the smart way. Also, the game's telling us the departure ceremony is at the launch site, aka go to the flying machine to end the game.
Yeah.
Odd. Whatever. Just more weird shit in this area. No. I'm done with that. I'll do that off camera if I have to. Also, a grave. New Island Park.
Yay.
We turned his grave into a park.
As you do.
And his people's final arena. We're not
Oh wow,
done.
it's a lot like what the US did to a lot of Native Americans.
We're good. The game's now going to constantly yell at you to do that now. This one's a little buggy. You know? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Unfortunately, most of the enemies have not gone extinct.
That's a shame. Wait, how are we gonna get back down on the elevator? Oh, we could just drop down. Yeah,
Same
that
we
would
did
work.
when that uh-oh occurred. Oh, you're joking. No, I don't wanna. I yield, sir. Cheese it. Hello, crab. Interesting. Look over there.
Ooh. How are we gonna get over there?
I don't remember. I'm sure it's some confusing puzzle, or we have to get from the other side. Bastard. Double bastard. Well, that miner's fucked. I think we're almost done.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I'm exploring this world. Well, this one's special, so let's open it. Even though I bet you can guess what's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
No? No! Easy. We got a... axe.
Yeah, that's totally what it was, not a protractor. What's a protractor? What are you talking about?
As far as I'm concerned. I would definitely wield a protractor like an axe. It's the only way I can make use of those things. Just a bit more. Because if you recall... God damn it. No, go away. If you recall, there was a hole I didn't check out because we didn't have a Mountie on us. Now we can do that. I think it's like the only place in the game where this hole is. It's a big hole. Money! Oh, thank God. Alright. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we're just about done. Let me check one thing. As long as we don't get annihilated by the Ani. Over there. Oh, I remember where that is. We need to take care of that. Just a little bit more. We want to go to Glamour Town. Also, yeah, the hospital is around here somewhere, I'm sure. I believe in the day he'll be wandering around so you can recruit him. Forgive me, this town's a bit of a maze. Yeah, guys, it's still
Glamour
going.
Town. Won't you take me to Glamour Town?
We're already there.
Among Us.
I see. You've broken it to your default answer.
Among Us.
Sus. XD.
When the pain is unbearable.
Also, we just got a magical girl staff.
Hog.
So this is the other side of where we just were.
Yeah.
Also, art. More important.
Art.
Number 51. Mr. Lint by
That looks like
Meltonium.
something out of a Flash animation.
It has that energy. And that name.
That's... Yeah.
Meltonium.
Meltonium.
We're almost done. I'm sure they're doing something. They just jumped in the water. They just jumped into the water.
Jeez.
They just jumped right into the water. Like they're still working on it and everything, but they just jumped into the water. Subterranean construction, I see. We're never even going to use this, but I still want to build it. Because it's there, you know?
Yeah.
Also, the Craftians use pencils as their hammer. Because that's how it works, right?
Yeah, totally.
You're a nerd, Lynn. You know how pencils work. Just come at it from under the ground. Fucking Yvonne's everywhere. How much you bet? I knew it! Ah, I got greedy. Why the game have to bring out the dickhead frogs here of all places? You know? I thought I was done with them.
The frogs are everywhere. Usually
Frogs
that's a
are
good thing,
always.
but not here. Not here.
Oh, there's a UFO, so good thing I thought to come do this. Is that a TV?
I assume so.
That's a warp TV. What the fuck?
Maybe
I'm
that
not-
can get us.
That's probably how we get to that island, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a total blunder. I'll give back your sheep.
Sheep.
Happy sheep. They're not liking this. Oh! Hey, look. It's our friends.
Oh boy.
This is why I remember them being super strong. This is the hard fight.
Oh,
On the bright side,
God, here-
on the bright side, we have Brian.
Yeah.
Or at least I believe this is different. At least. Either way, this is a way you can find out without having them pop up, I guess. Oh yeah, it's the same. Thank God. I guess remember them being super insane because they were.
Yeah.
That's one. Also, that big-ass fireball was a Mountie. Throwing their explosives. Why is that TV there, though? Like, you know?
That is a good question.
It's a door to nowhere. This is also another good way of showing just how much stronger we've gotten. You know?
Yeah.
Considering how long they took before, but now we are shredding them. There we are. This is how we get over there. More building. What the? You were bonking off of nothing. I see.
No!
Yes, sir.
No!
They just don't want to. They don't want to go down to the Shadow Realm again. Apparently the Gate Carpenters have decided that they're not going to work properly today.
Yeah.
After building that cow cannon, they were never the same. Two pieces of art for free.
It's
Number
free.
83. Dragonclaw by Eddie P.
Pain.
Not making the previous joke.
Pain.
Number 68. Shimon Mon by Aaron Gorham. He's chubby and green. He's the
Singed.
think he's mean.
The
The
singed.
singed think he's mean, but his friends say he's cute and loyal to boot. Let's see what's in. Oh god.
Yes.
One more hole. One more hole rejected. Do Ani man. Another good indicator of just how much stronger we are.
When the pain is unbearable.
What?
What? What the fuck?
The game pranked me. That the hole's done.
I see.
Whatever, no more dragon. No! I knew they were going to go for the insta-kill too. Dicks. Oh, get off the hole. Come here. Great. Just what we needed. He moved a little bit.
It's like perfectly lined up as a choke point.
It's not even that, it's he's perfectly lined up with a goddamn hole.
Yeah.
Alright, now he's moved, so we can just kinda... Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This hole has been completed several times over. The game's fucking with me at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the last hole in the game, so I guess it makes sense. I'm expecting a whole-ass dragon to pop out this time. I just spoke that into existence. I'm sorry. Like, you know I'm right now. What? Oh no, not
What?
you.
Giant enemy snail.
Giant enemy snail, yes. Come here.
Cue the German music.
Just make it get off the hole and then just... Ah, there we go. That's the good noise. Just tear this thing and its gargantuan HP pool to shreds. I don't even care about the damage, I just want this thing to die.
Yeah, just perish.
You've lost, Snail. Yield.
It is over, Snail. I have the high. Oh my god.
We were fine. Where'd the other farmer go? There we go. That should be the last thing in this never-ending hole. We got a ring! That should be everything to explore in the world.
Yay, we've done literally everything.
Let's turn that in and turn in the portrait, see what we get.
Okay.
Triangular ruler, magical girl wand, legendary ring.
Ah. Death benefit 1 men. F.
Yep. We had to pay for one person's death. Let's do one more rest, and then go talk to Ginger.
Alright, then we'll call it there, I presume.
Yes.
Understandable.
I mean, technically, we could just keep going and ignore doing the last Princess Book
Yeah, but-
things.
I can only go so far, like, I'm zoning out in a bit.
Yeah, no.
By the way... I'm just gonna read this comment regarding, Balan Wonderworld, that game that came out recently.
Right?
I was mildly interested from the first trailer and completely put off by the mess that was the demo. It was like a Dreamcast game made for furries, and then somebody replied, "Hey, that description's unfair. Sonic Adventure 2 was fantastic."
Did I get all these most of these legendary items and never think to bother putting them on? I'm so helpful.
Yay.
Ain't I the smartest?
Yeah, I'm suffering.
Don't worry, Lynn, it's almost over.
Suffering is endless. Suffering is endless. Oh my god.
Oh?
Do you want to know how many copies Balan Wonderworld sold on PC? According
Sure.
to a Steam database. 4,500 copies.
Yikes.
Worldwide. That is not good.
My apologies.
That is a big fucking oof. Right there. Jesus. That is really fucking brutal.
Also, the legendary ring gives one life and immunity. I've changed my mind. I won't bother getting all this stuff for the princesses. How many have we gotten overall in the game? 61
Ooh.
out of 100. Not bad.
Yeah. Pincho Pancho, hand warmer, hand warmer, hand warmer.
Also, because we may as well. I'm gonna go talk to what's her name and actually turn in the quest to get her book, so we can talk about that one for a second. All of our soldiers have such stupid things.
Oh no.
Sure.
Set some new records. Oh no, this is fucking cursed.
So, Lynn, have you wondered what this chair's for?
No, but now I am. I'm kind of scared.
You should be.
Oh my god. Oh no. No.
Welcome to hell.
Oh no! What the fuck is this? Is this Hootie Pop? What the fuck? I hate it. I hate it. I.
We live in hell.
We live in a society.
I waited all game to reveal that horror to you. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff they can talk about. Oh? A carefree adult wants to see us. Yay! Hey there, King, what's up? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and speak for all carefree adults. As of late, you've really looked like a real go-getter. It's like amazing or something. Like you're just giving it your all. But King Terlini, have you thought about the benefits of carefree lifestyle? No need to go to an office every day and no reason to accomplish anything. Sleep on the streets without guilt. Chat with your friends about nothing. Spin in circles till you pass out. Being carefree, you can enjoy life to its absolute fullest. After all, life is too short for you to worry about climbing up the social ladder. I mean, I'm just saying. I see.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mushroom family, eh. Big Bone Ani. Oh. Well, I guess we'll do this one at least. Considering.
The end is where we began.
That's the last Wonder Spot. Heart of War. Incident. And we have this with Ginger, so yes, we won't be starting the final boss next time then. I guess I'll get the other ones.
Yeah. Okay.
But, let's save. Yeah, I'll have to grind to get the last two things. Next time, we'll go on a great tour of the entire kingdom. All the buildings will be complete. We'll do the last few Princess things and Ginger's special quest, and then head in the flying machine and save the world!
Yay!
Next time.